Patricia's POV. I'm Patricia Tone, and here I talk about the 6 elements of filmmaking, and I might throw in some TV shows here and there. But the 6 elements of filmmaking that I talk about are sound, editing, performance, mise en scène, script, and cinematography. That's right. And this movie, Thrash, a 2026 release on Netflix, is streaming now, starring Djimon Hounsou and some other people like Whitney Peak and them. You know, I didn't write everybody's name down, I'm sorry. But listen, y'all know I love a good scenic movie, so we're going to start with the element of cinematography. This movie was absolutely beautiful. Anything that do with water, that has to do with water and woods and things like that, y'all know I love me a scenic movie. Well, this movie had a lot of colorful color schemes, and it was just absolutely beautiful to me. Now, we're going to move into the element of script. Y'all, this is the first movie I've seen in a while where I wasn't fully happy with the script. I was not happy with this script because here's the bottom line. You have references, okay, in the past for other films like this. There is no reason for this movie not to go over better than it did. And what it seemed like to me, there was this great classical movie. I don't know if many of you ever saw it, but you should. If you are in filmmaking, in school, or anything like that, this movie, you tried to remind me of Hard Rain, the 1998 movie with Christian Slater and Morgan Freeman. That movie is a classic, Hard Rain. Y'all go watch that one if you haven't seen that. But I was really not happy with it. You had perfect opportunity to make this a better film, okay? You had the kids with the foster dad there. You tried to have this storyline there. It was not fully flushed out. You know, you did it quickly. We understood it, you know. We understood they were being abused and the parents were only doing it for the paycheck, but it wasn't gruesome enough. It wasn't disgusting enough of them as parents, right? I needed to see more neglect of them with the kids, you know. That's just me. Then you ticked me off because you got this pregnant girl walking around by herself in the middle of a storm, don't know what's happening. And this fool get in the car, and the man in the truck who got left behind because he's trying to do overtime in a storm, he tells her to get out of town. They have a crash. This fool floors it in the car into a fallen tree. What? You gonna run your car deliberately into a fallen tree? And what you thought the car was strong enough to move the tree? I'm still confused by that scene. I am still ticked off by that whole dang on scene. And then when she in the car, now she's scared, want to be crying. I want to have my baby like that. You see, I almost cussed. You drove your car into a fallen bush, a tree branch, a flooding water, in a storm. They should have left your ass right there. That's how mad I was, y'all, of that scene. And then we had a cute little girl. She looked like she has panic attacks. You know, her mama died, we found out, and she's been afraid to go outside apparently, and she had to try to go outside because she don't want to leave either. A storm is in here and nobody want to leave the damn house. Yeah. This movie made me so upset. So now the girl goes back in the house. She tried to go out to get food. Everything closed down. So because she's in the house, now she is the one that has to save the pregnant girl that's stuck in the car. Now, there were two guys in a boat. Why that sound like a joke? Two guys in the boat rowing by. They hear the girl screaming. They go over to try to help her. Now, they get out the boat in the water. Now, I know some parts of it you really needed to get out of the boat, but dude got out the boat way back here instead of rowing the boat over there by the car. I ain't understand that. So now they hollering at each other, hooting and hollering at each other back and forth when they could have rowed the boat over there by the girl. So anyway, the other guy's telling him to get the cutters off the back of the truck. So yeah, he got to get out the boat to get on the back of the truck. Nobody knows that there are sharks in the water except for Djimon's character, because they are some type of scientists, experimental researchers. That's what I'm trying to say, researching people. So they've been researching this great white shark, and because of the storm and the levees broke, so that the sharks are going to come in, and because the great white is coming, other sharks are coming too. So now we have shark infested water, right? Which again, you could have watched Jaws to get some ideas to make this movie better than it was. So now we have the girl in the window in the house, see them over there. Okay, we're back up. The men get eaten by the sharks, of course. Now we got to say the pregnant girl in the car, so the girl yelling at her through the window, sharks. And now she got to come through the window and leave the house, try to go say the girl, all this stuff. That wasn't too bad, That one wasn't too bad, but still, I was upset. And then you have the mean foster parent, they telling him that the water's rising and all of that, and he's telling us the story that he has the generator, he has this and that, he's prepared for a storm, but that water came crashing through that damn front window where he said it was really sealed up. You can't seal no window bigger than a category 6 storm, but that does show you the mindset of him. And then what I didn't like, we thought he was dead. He come back to life later on, come back to the story. I was mad about that. I wasn't happy with the element of script. The element of performance wasn't bad. Everybody did their best with what they had with the script, It was just not good. It was not good. I'm sorry. It ticks me off when you have other films that you could reference. You have this beautiful backdrop, beautiful scenery, and you're wasting money. That's the way I look at it. You're wasting money because it's not a good script. And then you have the audacity to leave a cliffhanger like it's going to be a part 2. If y'all bring a part 2 back and that shit is not as good as what we just saw, I'm going to be cussing. I'll be trying to stop cussing so much, but y'all make it hard when you have scripts like this. It was just unbelievable. I don't even have no more notes. You see, I'm trying to go through my notes to see what I could think of to say further about this film, and there is none. The element of sound, you could have done a little better maybe with the sound to make it more menacing, more frightful, more dramatic, but you didn't even do that really. So yeah, I was not happy with the movie Thrash. Y'all check it out, let me know what you think, because yeah, I wasn't feeling this one. I wasn't feeling this one. So those are my points of view for the movie Thrash. It's streaming on Netflix. Please remember to subscribe, follow, leave a like, comment, share the video. And thank you for watching Patricia's POV. I'll see you next time.